laser pass with the Prowler, where we start to see some of that fade util providing a bit more assistance than their previous composition. Or, you know, with the Silva, sometimes you would just have to invest a 400 credit drone. Now you can use one of your Prowlers. Still have another one for the entry. Gets the orb as well. And there are no signs of slowing down. Zeta's trying to get ahead of this, but the paranoia is going to keep them at bay, and that should be a clean entry onto the site. Zeta just going to wait to regroup for the retake.
Yeah, door's been blocked off as well. Now it gets shut down. So it's a full-on pistol, 5-on-5. Not the most fun of fights, but that said, some other pxx players are banged up a little bit low. Pop flashes through it. Dep instantly 2 headshots back to back. They're starting to find some legs in this run. They're going to push on through. Dep dives in. You're relays over. And with that, pxx 2-on-5. One player stuck inside main, one stuck inside the door. Mindfreak with the right clicks, able to find 2, but that's going to be it. I mean, they are still surrounding it. They are still sticking on that spike, and the defuse goes through. Zeta picks up the pistol.
Nice and clean retake, and I was afraid of something trying to get ahead of the flash drive, and he kind of did. Trying to see if they can get just a bit ahead. Find a couple cheeky kills.
Nah, I like the double
Sheriffs.
controller on Ascent,
like
Clove and Omen for mid control. So you can like smoke bottom mid, smoke cat, smoke garden, smoke mid 3 and everything.
Just the metal.
It's not bad.
Now Fragment used early.
It's not a bad comp.
Just wants to stay ahead, just wants to make sure that he keeps distance. And Heaven is completely covered for the last one.
Oh, hell nah.
The Outlaw now not landing either shot. Zeta, Euron needs to hang on, but he's been taken out, the site completely given over.
Oh my god, they played it so perfectly! 2v1.
A 1v2.
Good dash.
Forsaken has the Bulldog too. He just got the spike planted. And never mind that, it's gonna be something who trains the Sheriff.
Early payout, guys. Odds. Early payout, let's go.
pxx.
Early payout, let's go.
It's gonna be the thrifty. Who would have thought?
It works every time.
I just know it was pxx Sid. I know it was pxx Sid, by the way. It's so obvious it was this guy. Shameless pxx Sid.
Now this time, looking to try to counter that thrifty with one of their own. They do get ahead on the rotate, so
it's okay. It's okay, guys. It's not. It's all good. It's all good.
Smoke down on A main just to stall them, force them to rotate.
Of course, pxx Sid pays up for pxx.
pxx commits, which this team they usually do.
Yeah. The question is, how is pxx gonna approach this? Right?
I'm just kidding. It's okay. pxx probably won this game anyways, bro. Let's be real, chat. Let's be real.
But something. Dives right into market, clears it out fully. And
what is the scaling? What just happened? What is dash in the market and when? Wait, what?
We're getting crazy. The thing is, it's a very logical rotation, and something's just gonna find all the shots. Obviously, at long range, total advantage for him. But what I love, as I presume pxx will take control of that A side.
Honestly, it was a good early payout. It was a good early payout because this game is over.
They see that there is a setup here because they tag more than one person. They tag the Killjoy as well, so Killjoy util set up. But they've already started to commit their util, so they just send something in, distract them. He goes all the way to mid, because if it's an eco, you got to be stacking. You can't be spread out. And once he clears mid, you say, okay, well, it's a rotate, right? No one's going to be able to cut us off, because it absolutely secures a round if you're clear of danger.
And their opponents never
eye scans, nothing at middle.
Now on to the next round. Of course, Zeta has to full buy, but pxx has started
that bait eye for middle is like.
And Zeta's trying to be very cautious about this. Look, they're leaving an alarm bot to mark mid. Meanwhile, the rest of pxx starting to set up for a bit of a B split push. You've got Hidoron just trying to jiggle for, not jiggling anymore. He's going in to receive that information.
Oh, nice kill.
First pick onto something, which is a very, very good pickup.
Now that's a confidence booster as well against something.
Oh no!
Lining up,
Dep
almost gets two.
Doesn't get the second though.
Gonna stabilize for the next. It's a quick
Laz with
as well.
one. He's cooked, right? Impossible. Dark skin. Oh wow!
He couldn't hear the audio.
Bomb is down though.
Now a 2v2. Zeta Division at full health. They need this round.
Think of a bomb, reposition market. Not a bad idea.
They can find another angle, but the door gets closed, and now you're out of options.
Alright, door's quickly broken though, so still some angles available. Smoke's dissipated as well.
Fatal as soon as Forsaken plants and he pops Fatal. Good luck.
Zeta looking to
good luck up on here.
Together. They've got a flash, they've got several pieces of utility from the Omen. pxx has to be very careful.
Now it's going to be the Nightfall, nice and early as well, just to stall them. They've both been tagged on this side. It's a nice pop flash from Euron.
Wow, what?
What perfect time.
That was a perfect pop flash.
Of beauty for Zeta Division, as they will be able to get this round and try to stabilize their economy.
Fatal invested by pxx too.
Very respectful push. I mean, yes.
It's their audio, things like that. We'll see if it continues. This
Eye
time around,
scans mid this time, nice.
suppression, allowing something to dig deep
The
into
eye's a
mid.
hard eye to hit. I used to play Fade on this map. What?
Doesn't need it.
This guy real?
At all.
Guy just ran up market and destroyed Laz and got out.
For the trade, but ultimately shut down right now. And the rest of the
Nice mid-fight.
Barrel through in towards A short. They managed to find all of it. Euron's fragment, though, will be able to catch Jing. Now on to Depp. He's already arrived on the crime scene, but
Ooh,
Mind Freak has different
one tap
ideas.
is
Instantly
nice.
knows where he has to mark.
Oh, this is a good setup from Zeta
We'll have to
Division.
wait for an interview to ask him that, but for now,
4 A stack.
either agent looks
But the setup
pretty
doesn't look
darn
too strong
good.
though.
zeta-prx looking to continue to aggress.
The setup
into
doesn't
the
look
A
strong,
side.
though,
They're just stacking
unfortunately.
straight in. No room for Zeta to breathe whatsoever. Something popped up on the top generator, but he doesn't quite land it. Euron and Sugar Zero have made these trades go through, but Jing, alongside the ultimate, he's come back into the game, and all that's left is going to be Hero Ron. How does he play around this? He's only got a Sheriff, and he's been smoked off. You cannot peek this. No, sir. Spike gets planted now. He's going to have to figure a way out of this.
Jing, he's going to have another smoke. Here
Jing needs to
doesn't
take the
really
fight
have
first,
many
by the way.
options. He'll slowly creep out. He wants to
Koval.
isolate 1v1s, but Mind Freak's not going to give it to him. By the time he drops down onto the box, he will start to get exposed.
Jing's gonna swing him?
He
Oh.
doesn't land the first shot.
Mind Freak goes
Mind Freak
first?
cleans up.
I mean, ideally, Jing goes
And
first there, but it doesn't
it's
matter.
nice to be
Paper X
back
is
in
the better team
2022 where every
and the
team
better
starts to
players.
play a Paper
I don't give a
X.
fuck. The Zeta Division.
Yeah,
Let's
we don't
just
see
mow
too
them down.
often now Zeta going in for their own version of
Oh.
the Tiles Crunch. Back up the top
What?
spots, out the top of Devi's head.
Nah, Depp is
Depp finding
crazy.
the shot into his cranium. The next on,
That's
though, is
bombed
gonna be
down,
Paper
too.
Rex as they hang on back from B lobby. Smoke things off, trying to rotate through, but the spike has been dropped.
Yeah, the spike being dropped is a big one. Now, Zeta Division, their hold around
Odin
the
Sam is
spike
good here, though.
actually isn't that safe, so I would love to see them back out.
Think of a bomb?
eventually.
Yeah.
I love that.
Kinda
They're
have
just gonna
to.
say, okay, if they do pick it up, they pick it up. They're going to have to spend so much time anyway. We'll even smoke it off just to make sure that they'll have to use some extra util. But meanwhile, Forsaken's already ahead of it, so Paper X reads that that's the correct move from Zeta. And now a bit of a back
Okay, the
and
turret
forth on
cat. They hit another
chessboard
turret.
as Mind
Yeah.
Freak sets up. Tries to make an opening
Uh-oh.
here.
Lad's gonna Odin spam
Break
off the
through.
dart.
Freak's gonna be there for cover.
Shock
Dart
dart.
gets full damage.
Metal being sent out as well, so this is a very good telling. that
Ooh,
Paper Rex
Hero
is
Ron.
heading to the
He's
A side.
dancing.
Hero Ron trying to
But
return in
unfortunately,
kind,
the
but
clove swing is
unfortunately
just
he's
too
too far.
powerful.
To the face from Jing.
The clove swing is actually super nice, chat.
I know.
30
He
seconds
has
left.
those
Is it the
movies.
same speed as
Now
the
he's
stim?
looking to watch out some of these angles, trying to push on through, maybe mark his own smoke. He has the ultimate, so why not go in for this, right?
Oh, instantly uses it.
It's more. It might be more. It does feel like it's
And
more.
It's just gonna be him jumping back and forth, trying to find the kill. Come on, it's still Death that
Nice
you're
try.
fighting against. Give the man some respect.
God. Ron with a Sheriff alone on the B side. He's got the
Another A
ultimates,
stack, by the
though.
way, for Zeta
Zeta
Division.
At the very least, they're trying to mark this. This would increase their chances of winning out the site if Paper X decided to commit to an A hit, given the crossfires they all set up. Paper X just holding for a bit of a default hold for the time being, but then now, without any information, seeing the smokes, actually thinking about hitting into A.
Yeah, I mean, they got pinged by the 0 point, and they realize it's their jet, so they just say, okay, hey, let's go over to A. This is working out for Zeta Division so far, but they've actually stopped them with the utility with still a minute on the clock. So Paper X could rotate if they wanted to. They can also push in after the
What
util's
is
been
happening?
used, but Paper X gets
Are they
the
gonna go
read.
back and
say,
cat split?
whoa, okay, that's like way too much utility coming in from main. We got to figure out a different way to enter into the site. They're gonna find the weak spot. You're
Oh,
trying to get
no,
ahead of
the
it, and
timing.
Jing's good for the first kill. Dev trying to
Wow.
line anything, but cannot find it.
Jing on the
Sure,
clove
zero
again.
for
He
one,
is.
but it's
It's
just
a much
going to be
better
the KO
comp,
that
I think,
gets
from Paper
revived.
X. Really.
Look at
The comp
that.
difference
Now
makes
it's
so
gonna be
much of a
Hero Ron.
difference.
Hero Ron, kind of on his own with a Sheriff, having to go for something, anything. I mean, this was just amazing reads from Paper X. They just saw all that utility, even with their smokes off, trying to bait some of it out. They figured something was kind of sus about this, and you were absolutely right. They pushed on through from short, and they saw everything possible. Now Jing drops down with the shorty. Paper X on up 6 rounds.
Okay, why is
All right, Zeta
Paper X
Division
good
had
in
that
home and
timeout
chokes in
before the
international
previous
events?
round. You have to imagine that they talked
I think
about
they just
both
play better
possibilities.
teams
So now with the operator,
internationally,
now with the
I don't think it's
this
like
is where you need to slow things down.
like PaperX. Like it's like they know how to play against their own region very well. They know how they just own the region. They play super confident, know how the play styles are.
Space, create control for PaperX.
So that's why I feel like PaperX always dominates locally.
Starting to be fragging when they play this against.
Genji's like the opposite. They don't dominate locally all the time. Sometimes they lose to like the mid-pack teams.
That's it.
But internationally they
With the right
dominate.
agents this time, all that support coming in, he's able to trade out through and through. Something just dives right in.
Oh, nice ult from Laz.
Straight into A main.
That's a strong ult line from bottom mid.
That lineup is so good against A main. They popped the nanostorms early, so they knew that people had to be stuck in main. It's a good call, but you've already given up heaven, and something's trying to get
all the space he's gotten.
Predict it. Yes, they do. The drone comes out, but how many members are they suspecting?
Yeah.
Good for
Just
the spam.
cut your losses at this point this round.
So that makes things even easier.
Oh, Uran looking a little bit more tactical today. So with
Jin can smoke in front of them though.
Pretty much pinned down in towards A main.
If he wanted
or
to.
maybe even wine.
Nice.
The one-way smoke comes out.
Uh-oh.
Jin tries to give his teammates a little bit more secure.
Oh, they got the kill.
Spam on through into the spike. Something manages to find the first. Forsaken onto the next.
Oh
no, wait,
my
right.
god.
Right, managed to stick the defuse all the way through.
Nice try.
And that's
I don't know how they got 2 kills and
I'm
survived.
so scared that Forsaken was just going to full send the Nightfall right as it got diffused. That would have been... I would imagine that's when you call a timeout, no matter what, if you're Alex.
And Alex just like starts spamming the desk.
Well, the desk just isn't there anymore.
I think W Gaming was stronger with last year's patch and with how good teams were last year, but I think teams got a lot better this year. Teams got a lot better this year, at doing stuff and teamwork.
Trying to sneak on through, making them think that he might be
and because of that, the W Gaming isn't as strong as it used to be. That's why you see PaperX not do as good internationally anymore compared to last year.
And Zeta starting to cash back up.
The teamwork is generally just stronger. I mean, both teams that all the top placements at events are just really strong teamwork and individual players.
Something to behold, especially when they play this against Talon once more.
EG last year was like EG and Fnatic were like the best. EG was like the best teamwork last year. Fnatic were the best individuals last year. Maybe tied with PaperX.
Everyone tried to push on through.
And I feel like now there's a lot of good teams that have good. They have enough teamwork.
This role swap. Let's talk about that a little bit.
They were third in Madrid. Yeah, I mean, third in Madrid's still good.
A bit late into the
I didn't realize they were
stage,
third in
but
Madrid.
It has been looking so much better. They all just look so much more comfortable. Yes, it comes at the cost of Laz not really being free to roam about and anchor and lurk. But if it overall raises the average of your team,
PaperX's standards is a little low.
Maybe it's worth it as something. Now trapped completely. All the util dumped to make sure that the Jet cannot escape. And Zeta gladly will leave the site open as they've already weakened PaperX on their attack.
Yeah,
wait, who did PaperX lose to?
Got the controllers and
Sen? They lost to Sen for their play in Madrid.
And the door being shut down.
And how about with Shanghai?
Slowly starting to set up for himself a bit of a lurk.
100 Thieves.
He doesn't see anything quite yet though, and look at that 0 point. Might have been able to retrieve all the information that they needed. So reinforcements now in for PaperX. They're starting to mark out trees.
They also good teams,
just reached this right as well. They go all the way through down from heaven. Them with a shorty is able to get the first. Device snaps onto a first head. Jing in with the not dead yet, but he's still kind of trying to find these shots.
They played it so well.
Out in the open, in the cold.
Oh my god, Sugar Zero is so far away.
The duo lives.
Nah, the Clovo and the duo. Wow.
They can make it a 4-round lead.
Would be amazing, but that said, Zeta division. Now, one thing that I have been loving from Zeta is the way that they're being proactive on the defense. I mean, look at this, the way that they've pushed into B main. In previous rounds, the tiles crunch that they kind of innovated certainly throws PaperX in for a bit of a loop. They might not
nice kill.
This. And the operator shot sounds off. Depp dives straight in, tries to look for the second late, but unfortunately does not
Depp
quite
is
land.
crazy.
Something will be able to pick up the spike, and he still wins away.
Yeah, that's still going to be 2 very crucial kills. It's the initiator's gone from PaperX. So the execute's not going to have the full setup. You just have to rely on your peaks now. You can create advantageous angles. You can create 50-50s with the extra smokes, but that's about all you got if you're PaperX. Paranoia use to push them back. That actually draws out the counter recon. So now they don't have to worry about that before.
Oh wow, they're gonna go back
A. They can at least get the spike
Zeta
down,
division have one guy on site hiding hell, and then they have Yodan with a judge rotating. This is gonna be rough.
Only option is to
Now Sugar Zero has to get his one here. He's tucked hell holding Gen though.
Right here, waiting to mark.
Nice knife.
Yodan with a 0 point again. Manages to retrieve the information necessary. Fragment out, and it kind of does stall something very low.
What?
So is Mind Freak. And they have to find their shot. Sugar Zero repositions. They've dropped down. They're clearing out health. But
nice,
where
it's
is
so
Sugar
low.
Zero? Right around Generator. He plays around his smoke.
Nice try.
And ring around the Rosie. The headshot into something.
What happened to your cat? I don't know.
5 to 7 for Zeta.
The cats are beating each other up.
Looking to play close to mid to make sure his turret is
While they
available
spam?
over on the B side as well. Common setup that we've seen more and more often.
They spam there?
Now with that mid push out, it's just a clear
Fast, we take
execute
A now?
onto the A side. Does zeta-prx try to cut off the
Oh,
back?
hell no, Depp.
Depp is not going to be able to land. He hears the noise, so he's just going to back off in time.
Let's
Gets
go.
the trade, but Laz already taken down.
What the fuck
Quick
is
kill onto
happening?
Mindfree. zeta-prx trying to fill the gaps where they can.
something's
I
through the
believe is
door.
in the site. He's going to peek out, but Yurat
he went
swings
so
around,
early.
gets the kill off of the spike plant. He'll go for it again. Another tap just to draw out the target. And Zeta
A little
keep
sloppy
more
from
alive.
zeta-prx. They tried flooding out A instantly, but the Dormal.
But overall, he's trying to take the initiative, and now that the overall team's gelling, he's just fitting right in. Right at the top of the scoreboard.
Nope.
Marshall comes out for something on the defense, though, on their eco. So going for a couple greedy buys today on Ascent. See if it pays off.
Okay, I think the way these APAC teams need to do, they need to combine these teams. So they need to combine like GE, Bleed, and Zeta Division.
Anything whatsoever. No sounds inside of B.
So let's get Lightning Fast, Holy, Russ.
He hears the turret though.
Yeah, well, you hear the
Blaze
turret
King.
looking for a lurk, right?
And instead of Benkai, we'll take.
Over on A. He'll even find the kill.
We'll take
onto
Laz.
Killjoy, and that
That's a
all
super
but
team right there.
confirms it. zeta-prx now forcing them to fight. Zeta will answer in kind, and Depp will answer in spades. As he gets
Dude, Depp looks like a fucking god on Nico rounds. Look at him go.
To enter onto the site.
He looks so cracked.
A little bit of damage taken, especially with
Oh,
Laz
hell
being at
nah.
21 HP. Depp already taken down.
What is this one way?
Forsaken, looking for it.
What is this one way?
Too strong
Gruesome.
against him. He's not going to be able to peek around it, and he will drop. That's one of the cleanest counter
Oh
spams
my
I've ever
god, the
seen.
round is over in 3 seconds.
As soon as they take out the Odin, they
What?
can only get in. It's a free site because there's no Sentinel. The Odin's the only thing that's going to hold it back for a long time. I mean, sure, if there's a paranoia, but outside of that, there's no actual damage to be done against you if you're going in for the execute. Decisive Zeta Division.
Incredible.
It's Paper Thin's favorite Zeta Division. It's a decisive Zeta Division.
As long as he keeps predicting against them, then yes.
There's just too many curses flying around in Pacific.
I know. Meanwhile, it is a 3-on-5 retake that zeta-prx is considering. The economy doesn't look too great.
Scanning ahead.
But yeah, holding out for exits instead.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to get it. Oh,
zeta-prx
they get
keeping the
two.
guns out though.
I mean, damage done is damage done.
Enemy remaining.
And
Wow,
Mindfreak
that's actually not bad at all.
cleanhouse.
That's good getting all the kills there. Now Zeta Division full buy,
That's it,
rebuy.
yes, absolutely closer.
Keeping
to
the money low,
ultimates.
2 guns were saved. Not bad.
A lot of good kills and robs those
Not
guns away
terrible.
from
But
Zeta
zeta-prx shouldn't
Division.
buy. They don't have enough
Will
money.
be able to buy back though.
Yeah, I mean, most importantly, I guess the Odin not being carried away by Zeta Division.
A little bit further out front, might be able to spot them inside of tiles.
Huh?
Hunter's Fury instantly sent through. Doesn't spot anything whatsoever, so he knows they're not quite around defender spawn. Not yet.
That's just
Door broken.
unfortunate.
Now it's a bit of a mystery.
That's just unfortunate for him.
Laz wanted information, but he doesn't quite get anything. The drone already used as well, so
Uh-oh.
you've already done all the stalling you possibly can. Now you just have to be able to go for the kills. And Debbie's got a fine flow looking into the dimension for the smokes. And Deb will now
This is
be the
not
nuisance
good,
in
chat.
main. zeta-prx, they need to move while the smoke is still up.
no.
Duran is the first line of defense.
No,
Duran
no,
goes
no,
down,
no.
but there are the
Round's
bigs.
over.
Laz holds them back, and Deb will get the spam through the wall.
Whoa.
He tracks the pings. He just tracks him.
We need to see that slow-mo because
What?
yes, this tracking was awesome, but at the same time it was a bit of a collateral. Kind of?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
they're
too
grouped
sure.
up. Yeah, the
yeah,
angle
Sugar Zero
was able
definitely
to
just
get a
whiffed.
quick spray down.
He didn't get hit by a flash at all.
I mean, Paper-X, trying to fight them through and through with the guns, but at the very same time, once the retake starts to happen, it's these angles, the setups that Zeta are holding now. Is
Zeta Division are in the lead chat? Does anyone else remember?
Here is.
Does anyone else here like thinking about this?
Yeah, that angle. I mean, you don't imagine that he would be holding that angle from the alley.
Zeta Division definitely improving on all accords. Right now, just holding out for watching some of these angles after the timeout.
They'll play it carefully. The smoke creating some question marks for depth, so he wants to be cautious.
What is that smoke that Jing just threw? I don't understand.
Just trying to hold them off. Saw the smoke coming in
just
from the attack.
Them?
Trying to delay them just a bit further. That will allow Paper-X to take a bit more control over on main. Now we have to remember, again, no Sentinel here for Paper-X.
Oh my god, wait. David
so
reverse pied.
Whatever space they can get with their bodies, that's the space they get. Nothing more, nothing less. That's why we see both the Jet and the Clove peeking out a bit further into main to try to get that early information. Now the drone gonna have to force Jing's hand out, but Jing is hidden there. Only Mind Freak shown. We're close, but here comes the ping. Now they know that it's two members on the site. The paranoia, can they chase through it? No, they realize timer's run out, so there's the pop flash way up high, but Jing hides right behind. He still gets taken down by Deb. Uran being the extra firepower as Mind Freak trying to hold on, eventually gets traded down, and it's now a 3v1.
That KO was really good in the cat split. They were not in position to win the round at all. Nice dart as well to scan Jing door.
The execution is so.
That was a very nice dart, actually.
Pretty much flawless. It's all down to
from
something.
Laz.
He might have snuck on through, but it's still so many targets. Is it going to be a target-rich environment, or is it going to be a firing squad? Is the question as he tries to mark out just the edges of the generator. As soon as he drops down, though, you can expect so many of them. Just try to watch out for him. Initial peek out, and at the same time, the wallbang from right underneath.
Over.
Well,
did Paper-X use 2 timeouts or 1 timeout?
Team to be decisive,
let's see,
but not over rushing things.
How many timeouts?
He tries to push on through into the B site. They're being blocked off by some smokes though, but Deb's still managing to stay alive. The shots are good. The pop flash now from Euron. And Forsaken and Jing unfortunately can't do anything about this. Mind Freak from the shadows into sight, but he's completely surrounded. Paranoia sent out as well, but right behind him is going to be Euron. It's all down to Divide.
Damn, bro. Zeta Division look good, too. That's the sad part. The sad part is the Zeta Division season's already over.
As soon as he swings out, okay. Nice little collat, but Sugar Zero still able to respond in.
No Sentinel, sure, you have to do something to push out and get space.
Chat, do we agree? Do we all agree? Should we vault as early payouts?
Don't want to see the small
we've committed 2 crimes today
used to seeing from
in a row.
Right? We saw something.
Should we vault them?
Bumping into the wall there on the tailwind, not finding the right angle, not finding the right timing. Those things start to add up and cost you.
Run a poll, run a poll. Do we end the early payout meta?
It certainly is.
Run a poll.
To mount up to a big Zeta lead. Paper-X trying to be very, very cautious this time around, not pushing out too much, using the Prowler to clear out B main, but it doesn't spot anything. In fact, it's going to be Huron who hears that piece of utility being sent out.
Something is in a great spot. Do they clear him?
A bit of a drop.
They clear him.
The rest of the team
they 100%
pushing
clear
out
him.
main.
How many people does he think it
What?
is?
He missed the Prowler again.
Not tagging anything. So much misinformation from the Prowlers. And something, he's ready for one, but he knows that there was a drop earlier. He finds the other, and Mind Freak's there for the quick
the
trade.
Prowlers
have
not been doing them justice, I'm not going to lie.
This is the type of control Paper-X has been looking for. All this information on B, over by mid, and they push out from the other side to narrow it down. But Laz gets 2 headshots back to back. Give Zeta Division some breathing room.
And now he sets up inside of Boathouse. Paper-X trying to bang them up as they head on through. Fragment just to keep him inside. Off the other
Impossible.
angle.
Impossible.
Zero, but Last no. Sharp on it. Nails the first.
Oh my god,
nice shot. Double P comes out.
Alright, chat, the poll is out. Do we end the early payout meta? Do we end it?
The first
vote. Let's go.
That they picked up in the second half.
Yeah, end of the first half.
Maybe the same thing this time, but Zeta holding things back as well.
They do successfully clear the turret.
You guys love getting scammed.
Slow down Zeta's information just a bit. The Prowler, it's taken out before it finds too much value. And once again, Paper-X disrupting some of that Sentinel setup over by B. Now, what they don't know is that the alarm bot was set up right after, so it's a bit of a passive re-clear from Zeta Division. as Huron will still be able to hold on to some semblance of control.
4 ults here for PaperX.
Still a minute on the clock.
KJL and Soul, they got a KJL A?
And if they do not find
KJL
opposition,
A potentially?
I imagine Huron will start to fish for more information just to know if they want to commit to the site execute or not.
Oh no. Oh, that's a huge kill on Yoda though.
Huge contact.
KO is taken out.
Unfortunately loses
now,
his life, so now not a lot of stalling.
What is not good is the fact that Hirodon is mid with KGO. Now he better get value on this cat lurk or else I fear that Zeta Division have blundered. I fear Zeta Division have blundered this round.
Huron and Laz upside of A main, outside of tree. A couple of shots going through, but that's ultimately all he can find. It's down to Laz in a 1-on-2. Well, make that a possible 1-on-1. Jing uses the ultimates. Everyone's back. And Laz tries to find more shots, but
Fatal,
it's way too much for him to
KO,
handle.
Cloval.
Forsaken in with the Phantom. It's gonna
Case scenario is for PaperX.
Off a little bit of that rotational and the timings.
Playing so passive.
There's a couple players spotted out by something now at the top of A main. More interestingly enough, though, is Step being able to sneak all the way under.
3 knives or something. This could be tough.
Just around A short.
He is looking for everything. I mean, Zeta Division are playing.
Oh, Dev gets spotted. He's gonna actually just commit. He's gonna dash in. They're trying to make space for the main squad in A. They're trying to make it.
Wait, they're giving him so much space.
It's a pinch on to B. And PaperX is so far biting it just because they need to clear.
But they give him so much space. He has insane timing.
He wants to make an opening as Huron's
Oh
good
my
for one
god,
as well.
dude. This is the problem.
Should get the
No Senti.
wraparound.
But something also has a timing.
Completely lost track of him, but something's doing the same. Which jet's gonna get there faster? The paranoia out, but something gets Sugar Zero. That should be the cue for Def, and he's able to do it.
Oh, they still open up the A-bomb site so easily. Def is playing a little aggressive.
Both jets going behind enemy lines.
The angles opened up a lot bigger for Zeta Division,
wow.
though. Now Dep going even further to eliminate Forsaken. It's all down to something now. He doesn't have any mobility. Just the blades.
Wow, what a round.
Giant freaking Dep's clean with it. Instant response from Divide, but the crossfire, the pop flash, it's there. There's the Hunter's Fury. Divide can't get out of it. Something.
Cooked.
He will just selfishly fly away.
Gets away. At least.
It's still gonna be
KGO will be used next. Yeah, still have KO.
Just a couple of ultimates spent. And they still have
I think
so much
PaperX are being too fast on their proactivity on this map, and I think that's what's punishing them.
Lockdown,
They're being a little too proactive.
Something going on in the journey.
Because Zeta Division know that to play proactive, they're just playing it so well. I mean,
it's the best option they got.
Zeta Division are ready for everything these guys are throwing at them.
Have the alarm bot, but it's not going to spot him from too far away. Forsaken gets spotted. He's trying to come back in, but the alarm bot finally notifying Zeta Division of the flank. Jay trying to hold them off, doing some damage, but not much. Just scratches on 2 members of Zeta. It's a 4v3, and so Zeta Division will go for the plant. Still evened up at 3v3 during it.
Oh, good Clove Bomb. Oh, but he has to get the kill.
The spray down on the door.
G.
And it's going to be Sugar Zero taking down Forsaken as Zeta Division lead this
all right,
series.
You guys know the drill. You guys know the drill. You guys got scammed, unfortunately. We will be continuing early payouts because you guys voted on continuing it, but because I did scam you guys, I will gift you guys 1 singular sub. Now type W streamer in the chat for 1 sub.